It's indeed a blessing to be able to interview these three wonderful ladies, our chartered members. My mother, Miss Alice Bates, Linda Stargin, and also Barbara Upshaw. And I just wanted to get a few questions and talk with you guys. The first is, as a member, what is your most exciting memory of Greater Second Baptist Church?
I think one of my most favorite memories is being able to become a member of the choir. I always loved to sing at both churches, so Greater Second allowed me to sing.
Okay.
One of my most memorable times at Greater Second was at the very beginning. I remember, as it has been quoted, the house on Vine Street. Okay. I remember I was about 12 at the time, and I remember coming over to you all's house, the house on Vine Street. I think we met there a few times. I remember one of the times, we would be, as kids, we would sit on the stairs. We don't have stairs, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, didn't really know exactly what was going on, but still, knowing that I was leaving Second Baptist Church on the west side, and we were about to form a new church, Greater Second Missionary Baptist Church, with Reverend Ian Bates. And as a child, being 12 years old, I couldn't understand why are they putting Reverend Bates out? What could he have done? And it seemed like you all had just come aboard. Yeah. So, as a child, that was hard for me to understand, but that was most memorable for me.
Okay.
That was most memorable for me.
What are your memories of Reverend Bates? And what are your thoughts on that?
I looked upon Reverend Bates as being a young leader. He was a lot younger than our former pastor, and he had different ideas. And I remember the girls. I remember seeing the girls. But he was a very commanding figure to me. I wouldn't say I was afraid of him, but I respected him.
He was my pastor before we got married, so I had a lot of respect for him. And when we became married, they asked me, I'd always call him Reverend Bates, because everybody called him Eddie, and they want to know, why is she calling him Eddie, Reverend Bates? But anyway, I always saw him as a man who was focused and knew where he was going, a great visionary, a man who had faith, very much faith. He was kind, but he didn't play.
Exactly.
He was focused on what he was about. He was loving as a husband, family man, and also he loved his church.
What does the Missionary Society mean to you?
We were built on mission. That was one of our main ideas of going canvassing the community when we first came into the church. We were always going out, bringing others in and evangelizing. I think the church has always been focused toward mission. And I always think of the person that I can think of right now. We had a lot of missionary presidents, but Sister Christine Felder was one of those dynamic person that slept and ate missions. And so we had a strong missionary group here at this church.
Well, what would you like to see going on with Greater Second and moving forward?
I personally would love to see us fill this sanctuary to overrunning, and with willing workers, people that really love the Lord and really wanted to come in and see this church be all that our former pastor envisioned, especially us getting activities building. I think that would be a milestone. That would be culminating what he saw for us to do, because I think we can have more community outreach if we have something to offer outside of the sanctuary.
More members, and our more willing members, as Barbara said, and more members that love the Lord, so I feel when you love the Lord, you don't mind doing anything.
church is growing. The spirit is high, and the pastor is leading, preaching. And we are a learning church, and that's one of the things that I admire.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We're singing glory.